I've been able to take my 40-hour or 60 or if not 80-hour week and take it down to 10 hours a week. Building a lifestyle business is dealing purely in outcomes. The fastest way to make $26,000 a month is recurring revenue. Got a small audience, sell high ticket. Got a big audience, sell low ticket and high ticket. This is my second video on YouTube. I've been a fucking pussy for 5 years. My name's Dean. I'm from Australia. I run a business called Hoi An Digital. We do high ticket lead generation and digital advertising for professional services firms where there's a high ticket sales process. 10 years ago, I stumbled upon the 4-hour work week and I thought it was too good to be true. Tim sold an entire generation on income arbitrage, lifestyle arbitrage, and delegating everything to the nth degree so you can go about living the life of your dreams. It's not about how much money you can make, it's more about how you want to live. I went from a 12-person agency down to something which truly rewarded my lifestyle and the multi-passionate person that I am. I'm not a guru. I'm showing you what's worked for me, where I've been able to take my 60 or if not 80-hour week and take it down to 10 hours a week. All businesses are the same thing. It's basically you're depressed, you're fat, you're ugly, you're everything you don't want to be. The promised land is over here where you're happy, you've got a six-pack, every person wants to be with you, everyone wants to be you, you're loaded. A business takes a person from here to here, and that's what they call the offer. Have you bought a bowl of pho since you've been here? At the very heart of it, that offer can be as simple as a bowl of pho on a street corner. You're depressed, you're cold, you're hungry. You buy a bowl of pho, you're happy. That is the simplest, most pure, most perfect one product business in the world. They've got one source of traffic, which is foot traffic. They've got one product and one delivery model. They've got a marketing channel, which is foot traffic and Google reviews. They've got a sales channel, which is basically, hey, what do you want? And they just give it to you. And they've got delivery down pat. That's the business model of absolutely everything in this world. It doesn't matter if you're selling legal services, development services, event management, and branding, credit card hacking, it's all the same. You're taking someone from this state where their life sucks to the state where they believe their life is better. You are essentially Moses in your own market. Before we go too deep, I really need to emphasize something. The toughest part about adopting the lifestyle business mindset is not doing the work. It's being okay with not hustling, being okay with massive spaces. Often we get ourselves into a state of being busy in order for us to feel better about ourselves in a work that we're refusing to do and just working a lot. Paper mache is the void in our life. It's funny, isn't it? Often us as bros, we have a breakup, marriage or divorce. It's just like, yeah, I'm getting to the gym and I'm just working hard and you just want to avoid your emotions and your feelings. When I got started into this lifestyle business alternative, all my childhood trauma started coming to the surface. An idle mind is a devil's workshop, but there's a reason why the devil's coming up. Manage your identity from being someone who's working a lot to someone who's not working a lot. If you don't have that under control, it all falls over. What will happen is your brain thinks you have to be working. You'll go back to working a long period of time and you'll burn out and you'll repeat the process over and over again. The first unlock that I had building out a lifestyle business is dealing purely in outcomes. No one gives a fuck how long it takes to take you from depressed to happy. As long as they get there. In fact, they want to get there in a shorter period of time. With most services business clients, everything takes too long, according to your clients. So the faster you get them there, the more you get paid because they want the outcome fast. Technically, everything you do for a client is a fixed outcome. When you're stepping away from hourly billing to outcome-based engagements, which can be a form of retainer, speak clearly in terms of your outcomes. You need to sell the end state. You need to sell the outcome. What will they achieve by engaging you? I've got an exercise. I found that this was really transformative when it came to building out my lifestyle business. Has anyone done the dream day exercise before? It's so simple. Think about your dream day that you want to live. Do it in 30-minute increments. From the moment you wake up, whether it's 6 o'clock, and then just say you go to bed at like 10:30 or whatever, right? Document this in as vivid details as you possibly can in 30-minute blocks. What type of clients do you want to work with? What sort of business do you want to own? What sort of bank account do you want? What you then do is compare what your current life looks like in the same 30-minute increments. Now, it sounds lame, it sounds a bit Tony Robbins-y. Look, I'm not Tony Robbins by all means, right? With your dream life, there's two cool things that happen. Number one, your dream life won't be as far away from what your current life looks like right now. If you're self-employed or if you have choice in what you do every day, you'll realize that your life and your dream life are quite similar. And there might only be about 15 or 20% difference between your dream day and right here, right now. What's also fascinating is that if you're truly honest with yourself, your life's not going to be one monolithic structure which revolves entirely around your bank balance. It's going to be a series of Venn diagrams. And what I've found through this process is that it'll be something to do with making money and your businesses or your career. It'll be something to make you creative. And then something to keep you fit or competitive, and that's sport. That's generally what will happen. And then if you want to be all in with each of these pillars of your life, what you'll realize is, oh fuck, sacrificing everything to make money is a bit of a fucking stupid play. And that's what I realized for myself. I realized in a yacht race not all that long ago that I want to be doing more of this. I wanted to be doing more jazz guitar. I've had like 3 or 4 gigs since I've been here for 2 weeks here in Hoi An. I didn't know anybody before I got here. I've only probably worked 10 hours a week here, and I've been doing a little bit of sport. I'm not asking you to compromise how much money you want to earn, but you have to be realistic in the sense that, like, okay, if I could earn $500,000 a year, that's totally doable with the right business model. But if I want to earn, say, $1 billion a year, but only work 4 hours a week, you might be a little bit delusional. For the lifestyle-focused entrepreneur, you can have your cake and eat it too. The cake's just not going to be $1 billion big. Next thing, what's that going to cost you per month? Rent, utilities, internet, food, hobbies, alimony if you're divorced, whatever the fuck it is. Add your monthly cost of your dream life up. And that could involve the lease agreement for an Aston Martin. It's your life. Think about what your dream life looks like. Add it up. What does the monthly look like? And then multiply it by about 30%, because if you multiply that number by 30%, that generally takes care of the taxes. That's what the life costs. This is how much I want to invest each month. Multiply the whole thing by 30%, and you've got basically the monthly recurring revenue number from a profit perspective that you need to hit. So let's say I want to hit $20,000 a month. And if you add 30% to that, we're saying $26,000 a month. When it comes to finding a business model that will pay you, there's 3 core markets. Wealth is one of them. The other market is health. And the last market is relationships. In the middle, you achieve 2 things. It's time and freedom. When you sell people the ability to get their time back, what can you also sell them? The better your advertising message gets when it comes to developing your product and your program, if you can materialize time, you can basically sell them everything else. Get to that point with your messaging, you can pretty much sell them fucking anything. If you're in the very early stages of your business model, what are people willing to pay for that? If the transformation isn't great enough, you are more fucked than a duck at a sewage plant. You've got no chance in hell of making this work. It's clear cut. If you're in marketing or sales or anything to do with business growth, you can charge a massive retainer. What it will do would be a 5 or a 10x multiple of the value of your services. For instance, a person spends $2,500 a month with my business. They spend money on ads. They generally get a 10 to 50 times return because they're a high ticket services business. We generate a float of leads. They put them through their pipeline. They make a whole heap of deals. Everyone's happy. It doesn't really matter if you're helping people get a 6-pack, you're helping people set up a passive income strategy with property. There has to be a massive problem that you are solving, which is painful for the market. If you've got a business where people believe they don't have a problem, you've got no chance. When you start building a lifestyle business, and if you have no understanding of marketing, it's really tough because you have to tell people who are unaware of a problem. There are 5 stages of market awareness: unaware of a problem, problem aware, solution aware, your solution, and then deal and offer. If anyone's thinking about their offer and how they position themselves in the market to build out this lifestyle business, please avoid this at all cost, because it requires a level 11 marketing person to make it work. If people are unaware of a problem, you're selling a serious change in identity. And if you're selling a serious change of identity, it requires demand generation. Demand generation involves a flow of impressions, constant bombardment of the subconscious to get people from one place to the next is a life's work. That's like trying to sell people a Ferrari instantly. It doesn't work. No one's got a problem and buys a Ferrari. That means you're going to be spending your entire life educating on the fucking problem. That's costly and expensive. Making them aware of their problems is good, but if they don't even know there's a problem in the first place, that's where the issues are. There's nothing wrong with making people aware of their problems. Hey, have you got too much month at the end of the money? Yeah, of course I want to earn some more fucking money. Or stepped on the scales lately? Fuck, of course I want to lose weight. Or how does your wife look at you? Is it the same way she looked at you on your wedding night? Fuck no. Educating people on a problem that they're not even sure exists, that's a long play. I guarantee you, if you're selling painkillers, it's a lot easier than vitamins. It's not so much about that you're doing the good thing. If you've got a lifestyle business, you don't have to tell people to change the fucking planet to get them to pay you. That's the truth. If you want to have a 4-hour work week, you don't want to give them the whole fucking global warming speech. You want to be like, you've got this big problem, you're willing to pay a lot of money for it, here's a discovery call, let's put you on a group coaching program, I'm going to see you once a fucking week for an hour, and I'm going to charge you $1,200 a month, and here's a school group, and away we fucking go. After selling many millions of dollars using direct response advertising, I know that this is the hardest person to convert in one go. But if you know you've got a problem, or you've got an aspiration, or you've got something which makes you believe that I can get this transformation quick, you're going to buy quicker. Trying to convince them they have a problem which they don't believe is a problem is a fucking losing battle. Don't fuck with those people. They're wasting your time and your energy. In fact, I'm losing oxygen talking about it. I feel really passionate about this because I had a self-indulgent business. I had a luxury brand for dogs, and it was a spectacular failure. Because I had a self-indulgent business I thought everyone was going to want to buy from. Like, we ended up in the Blue Ocean Strategy website. We ended up on the news. We ended up on all these massive outlets. Like, I did like interviews with Australian TV, all sorts of crazy shit for this brand. I literally sold less than $10,000 worth of product. And I marketed that thing like crazy for 2.5 years. I lost a lot of money. I nearly went bankrupt. I get pissed off and annoyed about this stuff and really passionate in helping good people like you around here is I don't want you to go down this pity party of self-indulgence, because it's going to take you a while to come out of that hole after you experience defeat. If you've got a passion project that you want to help people transform their life with, that's awesome. But you've got to make sure that there's product market fit. If you don't have it, you're fucked. Make sure that there is a market, the product fits the market, and people will pay you for it. That's as simple as it is. If you're looking at building a new product or a product line or a new feature, make sure the market actually wants it. Entrepreneurs get addicted to building new products because it's not as scary as having to sell people and being told no by the marketplace. The transformation you can deliver, will people pay a lot of money for it? Ask some friends, get some advice, ask your ideal customer. If you can find 20 people with your new coaching product or your service or your consultancy, do it. Business models to make this 4-hour work week a reality. E-com, not just e-com, but drop shipping. Find something crap in China, slap a label on it, do a really cool landing page, and fucking away we go! I got a business, bitches! Drop shipping used to be fucking easy when Tim wrote the book. The reason why it went pear-shaped was really simple. Margins. That's the answer. Tim was literally running ads for like Sailor t-shirts and all sorts of random crap in the 4-hour work week on like 50 or 25 cent clicks. You could make that fucking business work. You could send traffic from all corners of the fucking internet and make fucking things convert at 2% and still be like a fucking .com millionaire. This was in the early 2000s. It was fucking easy to do it. You can't make this work anymore unless you've got a real unique value proposition and you're able to take this first purchase and turn it into 15. Because you've got such a high cost of traffic, the cost of traffic went through the fucking roof. E-com doesn't work anymore unless you've got your own product or you've got a really solid back-end strategy. The customer acquisition cost is so high, you'd have to smash them 13 or 14 times before you make real money. The other thing that made it really difficult with e-com dropshipping is compliance on ad platforms. Compliance for dropshipping is one of the toughest things in the world. There is like grey markets and black markets for dropshippers to buy pre-authorized accounts so you can run your ads and scale them and not get banned or your business managers blocked. The other business model is digital products. The hard truth about digital courses and digital products, there is still a market, but you need to think about how you use your low ticket, medium ticket, or even your high ticket digital products as part of your current situation. Most people try to sell a low ticket digital product because they think it's easier to sell. That means you need a fuckload of traffic to make it work. And you're gonna have a bit of a challenge on those landing pages to get those fuckers to convert. If you're going to sell a low ticket product, it has to hit them there and then. It gets it done on the first time. The reason why the digital product thing is tough is that you think it's easier because it's low ticket. It works really well if you've got a lot of money to spend on traffic to get that to convert. And it works really well if you're a gun copywriter and direct response advertiser. In order to get a digital product to convert, you need to have level 11 copywriting skills. You need to sell those transformations. You need to be able to fucking smash them with social proof as far as the eye can see. And you need to have all the Alex Hormozy, Clubber Baby Seal guarantees, the whole shoot and match. It needs to be there. It needs a lot of social proof. It needs a lot of testimonials. It needs a lot of everything. And it's a really aggressive play. Alan Soltanic's book, Automatic Clients. It's a good book for anyone to read if they're using low ticket products to ascend people into higher ticket programs. Find the highest performing low ticket offers and copy the same template and you can make it work. Low ticket products are products that you buy in one interaction. High ticket services can have multiple interactions, but it may be through multiple forms. It may be through an email list. It may be through a discovery call. It may be through a bunch of videos you watched on YouTube before you got to that point. But you're having multiple interactions with the brand, service, or product to get you to where you want to go. Neil Rackham determined with spin selling that if you want to sell something which is, say, $5,000, people just don't buy it on the spot. He recognized that you have to have a different process. You have to walk people through multiple touch points because people convince themselves on buying that high ticket product, not just on that first touch point, but in between the touch points, that's where the influence happened itself. However, you can use your digital product as a break-even activity to sell people a high-ticket coaching program. If you've got a small audience and you want to build this business really quickly, factor in that high-ticket program on the back end. That could just be like a cohort of women paying $300 to $600 a month, and you could have 30 at a time doing a women's circle. What I would also suggest though, is because you're providing people with all these really good resources, you sell them the coaching to get the most out of the resources on the back end. The easy way to make this work now is what can you sell them higher ticket? I guarantee you could do some form of coaching program or some form of like one-on-one discovery call, sell something off the back end of it. The fastest way to make the $26,000 a month is going to be some form of recurring revenue business. If you're selling Google ads, you can sell that at 1K a month. If you're selling weight loss coaching, you can sell that at 1K a month. Recurring revenue, at least $1,000 a month. You figure out how many customers you need and away you go. It's basic fucking mathematics. It's a selfish place to be on your own with no clients. Get out of your own way. Can I say something? This is gonna go on YouTube. This is my second video on YouTube. I've been a fucking pussy for 5 years. I'm being fucking serious. I should have done this like 10 years ago. Because I love performing. Not many people know that I'm a jazz guitarist. I play gigs. I love getting up in front of people and having a good time and engaging with an audience.
Stopping you.
Me, mate. Oh fuck, this is gonna be heavy. I come from Australia. I'm a very sensitive human being. Tall poppy syndrome is rife in my country where basically everyone else is brought down. It's like the UK, it's like New Zealand, it's like any other British colonies. If you're seen to be successful, they bring you down. Or if they see you trying to get yourself out of where you are to where you want to be in life, they pull you the fuck down. It's the crabs in the bucket analogy. And because I was sensitive and I was part of an environment which tried to fixate me, I was too empathetic. This is my own fault. To care what other people thought. And I had to get to Vietnam to do this. Because I had to tell to get fucked and actually do it. It's petty and pathetic, but it's true. I could do these talks all day, but put it on YouTube? Oh fuck, no way. Same guy, different environment. If you've got a 4-hour work week business, you're probably going to be able to do this with 1 or 2 employees. If you do it right. Most of this stuff you can use AI. I used to have 12 employees. I get the same output with 3 now and AI. I've only got 1 right-hand man who works full-time, and then the rest is AI or people who manage my SEO strategy part-time. Reverse engineering this could be 4 to 13 clients or even 26 clients. Identify your transformation and figure out the value of that transformation. You're going to be like, I feel confident selling this high ticket coaching program for $5,000 because they get this massive transformation, all these new skills. It's going to enable them to win all these new projects. They're going to learn how to sell effectively. They're going to be able to double their close rate. That means they're going to be able to double their earnings. Figure out a way to measure the transformation. You can then figure out what this business model needs to be. I found with my business, I can sell my products and services for anywhere between $1,500 a month to $3,500 a month. And I figured out ways to use AI to boilerplate and deliver. The clients get a better experience, things are delivered faster, they have a more cohesive, more transparent relationship with us. And I'm transparent. If I get any kickback, I'm like, do you want to be a dinosaur or do you want to go to the future Marty McFly? They just laugh. How much do you want to earn? How much are you willing to work? What's the size of the transformation you're offering? If I've got a small audience, I need to sell high ticket. If I've got a big audience, I can sell low ticket and high ticket. And if you've got a big fuck off audience, you probably just want to do low ticket. The last part of this talk is about getting the fuck out of your own way with employees and AI. For those who have a micro business that don't have employees, I want to be abundantly clear. You've got 2 choices. You can do everything yourself as a fucking micromanager, or alternatively, you can bless someone on the other side of the planet with an opportunity to make money, to help you do something. If you've got a business and you're offering a transformation, you should be able to do such a thing. That's why you're going to focus on the transformation. Dan Martell changed my life because of the way he broke down outsourcing and hiring the right people. This is the replacement ladder. If you're working on your own, the first thing you delegate is admin. You need to delegate your inbox. Like, you can either use an AI agent or your personal assistant. Get rid of that shit straight away. Other things you can get rid of: social media scheduling, putting things into Go High Level and then scheduling it across all platforms. It's not content creation, in case you're wondering, but scheduling and managing the comments and all that crap. Invoicing, there's a whole list a personal assistant can do. I've got mine doing my calendar. She would jump in there, tell me what I've got each day, what do you want to move around. She'd coordinate clients. It was always really good because if they wanted to book a time with me, she would be a gatekeeper and be like, why do you want to talk to him? And she'd force them to answer in email to book a call. And then all of a sudden they realized they didn't need to speak to me. Time obliterated, how good's that? Protecting your time is the job of your personal assistant. And it's the first hire everyone should make here. Not another developer. I'm looking at you. I want to get more money and have more developers. No, no more. Life admin. I got mine using Perplexity, using AI research tools as well. That's the first hire everyone should make, not another person to help them out with their project. Remove admin. You'll be surprised how much time you save in your actual life. How many people have seen how much time they spend doing email, life admin, paying invoices, receipts? It's generally like 1 or 2 hours a day. After you sort out admin, it frees you up to have richer, more dynamic experiences, whether you're sending correspondence to clients when you actually do need to send an email. The next thing is operations. If you're a marketing person and you sell marketing services, that's when you get the SEO guy to do client work for you, or the Google Ads person who does the client work. Whatever your deliverable is that you're selling, that's when you start hiring this person. After you sort that out, you then focus on marketing. You were doing admin, you were doing the delivery, you were marketing your business or whatever. As soon as you got rid of admin, you were focused on delivery, but you were focused on marketing as well. Once you get to the point of being able to offload marketing, the only thing you would then need to focus on is sales and CEO shit, right? But then as soon as you can outsource your marketing, you're focusing on sales. And then as soon as you outsource your sales, you can focus on leadership and management. Finally, you can find the CEO, hire that person out, and then a board level. And that's when you get a board of advisors. For me, that's a lot of steps that I personally do not want to take. I'm okay with a 3-person business working 15 or 20 hours a week. I'm okay with a business that does only $500,000 a year because I've got super low overheads. I love being a marketing specialist, which is my zone of genius. I love doing this shit with you. The reason why I am giving you this rundown is that if you want to go about scaling a big fucking business and never working a day in your life, this may be a 10-year ordeal, but you can get the benefit of working 10 hours or 15 hours a week by getting to this point. That's what I found. How do you go from here to turning this into a 10-hour work week? First things first, your admin pile of your 40-hour week is anywhere between 20 to 30% of that week. You're down at 30 hours a week. This is where it gets cool. You can do some really basic stuff with AI agents and AI tools, no coding required. The first thing, AI call recorder. AI call recording isn't just about the calls, because if you actually look at the outputs from that, it's super powerful to run your entire business. If you guys know how to use a tool called Zapier, you can pretty much get it to do all sorts of crazy shit on the back end of it. I use make.com, it's a more advanced tool, but you don't need to. In fact, I'm tempted to just go back because I can't be dealing with the fuck around. These AI call recording tools are sick because you can get a transcript, feed into, or get AI tools to create client correspondence and emails. Because as an account manager in a small business, how long did client emails used to take after a meeting? Post meetings, as a marketing strategist, used to be a pain in the ass because I had to document everything and send them the game plan and all that shit, and then I had to break their balls. With AI, it's done instantly. It's transcript, straight into my inbox, look over it, yep, checks out, hit the button, it's done. That used to be an hour to an hour and a half after a marketing meeting. So if I'm managing 20 clients at a time and I'm meeting with 5 clients a week, 5 hours worth of meetings, that's 8 hours worth of emails. I've just turned 8 hours worth of emails into 1 hour at most. Straight away, my client correspondence, which isn't admin, but like actual operational deliverables, went straight from 8 to 1. Using those transcripts, you can also use the transcripts from your meetings to create social content, because you'll be able to find out what the pain points and desires. Like, I record every sales call that I do on AI. People have to do it. If you don't like it, you're not working with me. And it's not because I want to break people's balls when I have a follow-up call, but I want to catalog the objections. I want to catalog everything they say. I know how to craft the first 2 minutes of my custom proposal to people. If you were here for the first talk, you would have seen how I do sales with only Loom videos, and that fucking converts 65%. That's why everything's recorded, because it enables me to feed that into sales content, but it also enables me to feed into my copywriting moving forward. How do I message these people? How do I talk to them on LinkedIn? What are their problems? What are their pain points? How do they communicate about their body of knowledge, which helps me write ads or social content to get leads? If you use these transcripts really well, step 3, custom GPTs, I took my onboarding time from 3 weeks down to 30 minutes. Part of my value prop with AI is that I can get a client to onboard and have ads live in 7 days or less, providing they don't have any fuck arounds with their ad manager and Google ads. And that's not just like some whack up a fucking post because I just fucking spitballed a Facebook ad. It's a case of we've gone through a full strategy day. I've put it through my Scale OS system, through all my custom GPTs for all my different workshops. I've got actionable deliverables. They work in a cascading sequence. And then at the end of it, providing the checks and balances at each ChatGPT output from the custom GPTs are good, you have to do fuck all work if you get them trained. You don't understand the future's here. You are literally building the fucking Jetsons if you do it right. I've done it for my business. If I can do it, like some lunatic jazz guitarist, you can do it too. That's the value prop here. AI transcript is so much more powerful than a recording device. You can feed it into every part of your business. Everybody in this room should have a Loom video subscription. If you're selling a coaching product, Loom is one of the best sales tactics on the planet. Not only can you record a video and sell people and all that sort of shit, but what's really mad about Loom is that you get the notification when people watch the video. So if they try and blow you off, they're like, oh, I haven't watched the video. It's like, well, bitch, you actually watched it on Tuesday at 13:49. And then you can have the conversation. Then you know when to follow up. It's also really powerful because you can create lo-fi video sales letters to your clients. With Loom, you can record your processes, you can create the documents, you can do everything. The best part about it is if you want to give a VA or any team members an SOP, you record the process on Loom, you get the transcript, copy and paste that into ChatGPT or a custom GPT which creates SOPs off a transcript, and then you'd be like, hey, Jericho, can you do this for me? Guess what? You don't have to do that ever again because you've created the SOP. He's got the Loom video. A lot of the VAs prefer to read and follow the instructions and away you go. And you can boilerplate your entire business with custom GPTs, an AI recording software, and also using Loom to create amazing SOPs, custom GPTs. I took my onboarding time from 3 weeks down to 30 minutes. Part of my value prop with AI is that I can get a client to onboard and have ads live in 7 days or less, providing they don't have any fuck arounds with their ad manager and Google ads. And that's not just like some whack up a fucking post because I just fucking spitballed a Facebook ad. It's a case of we've gone through a full strategy day. I've put it through my Scale OS system, through all my custom GPTs for all my different workshops. I've got actionable deliverables. They work in a cascading sequence. And then at the end of it, providing the checks and balances at each ChatGPT output from the custom GPTs are good,